Anyways, moving on.
Uh-huh.
Fatherhood, friendship, relationship.
Oh, wow. We've been there.
Everywhere.
Uh-huh.
What are you up to nowadays?
Nowadays, yes. So right now I have a new job, a corporate job.
Cool.
So honestly, I didn't think I was gonna go back to corporate because my whole thing was create something of your own, make sure you put in your best, be a whole entrepreneur. But I'm just gonna be honest, entrepreneurship is not as easy as people make it seem to be. There's a lot of challenges, there's a lot of up and down, and one thing I've learned through this journey is you gotta spend money in order to make money. So if you really don't have money to spend, your business is gonna be rocky, especially in the first year or in the first years. So yeah, I had to go back to corporate.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily I got a job that's flexible than most. It's not very busy and I love it. And again, it matches the concept of my business, which is asking questions.
Creativity, what do you mean by what are you doing on your hustle? What's your business about?
Yes, so okay, I love that. My business is about conversations. Yeah.
Ooh.
So when I was thinking of coming up with a business, it was hard to know exactly a concept to cover until I realized that everything starts from a conversation. Anything. Every movie that you're gonna look at, it started from an idea, which became a conversation, which became a meeting, which became a movie. And there's conversation, and I'm also very, very passionate about stories, and I think that's what linked us. That's what made us connect.
Exactly.
I am fascinated by stories, people's stories, and I wanted to come up with a concept that involves those two. Stories, conversation goes together. And I realized that we live in a world, especially with the pandemic, where people don't talk anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's just me, but like you meet a person.
I think it's a Vancouver thing too.
Is it?
Yeah.
Vancouver. Even I was in Toronto, but
It's totally
same thing.
It has totally changed the way I view people. Because I'm a talker. I can talk for hours.
Which is good.
Yeah.
That's what I love about you.
But when I came to Vancouver for the first time and I started going out, trying to make friends, it was very hard. I didn't quite understand. Maybe I was from a total different culture, like you said. It could be a culture shock, and it's very hard to make friends here.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot. Yeah. So with that, I wanted people to talk, because you meet someone and even if you click, it's like, what's the weather? Are you vaccinated? Like legit small talk. I want us to go a little bit different.
What is that? That's not even a conversation. I mean, it's what's the weather? What's up with the I get it.
Yeah.
But beyond that, you don't want to go and talk about more of an organic, real conversation, right?
Exactly.
It's a stop. There's a invisible wall where you cannot seem to surpass that, no matter how much you try.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like superficial talks. So I wanted to cut the superficial talk, and that's what my business is about. So it's about questions to ask each other, basically to get to know each other on a deeper level.
Cool. Can we do that now?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay.
It's called Play to Flourish, which I usually call P2F to summarize it. I called it that because after you play, you flourish. Flourish is a word that I always loved.
I guess that's what your Instagram handle is
yes,
too.
Yes, it's Flourish 1.0.
Okay.
It comes from... I'll talk about the inspiration of the name later. It could be another story for another day.
All right,
but
I'm
let's
excited.
Play. So it has 3 levels. Right now, for the sake of the podcast, you can pick each level, but I usually tell people to start by level 1, because level 1 questions are not that deep, but it gets deeper as you go down the levels.
I think we can pass level 1. Because I know you.
You know me. So there is some questions in level 1 that I personally don't think they're deep, but for other people, like, it's already deep.
Oh, really?
So just pick randomly a card. I think that's what's best. If you don't like the question, you can pass it, or if you know the answer. We have a level here. I called it bonus questions. So it's in the middle. These are questions that are fun. They're not. They don't require the brain.
Can we maybe just take it? Yep.
Do your thing. They are yours anyways.
Okay.
Why are you asking for permission?
I'll probably start off with level
2.
222. We're gonna take turns.
Okay. So I can read it.
Yeah.
Ha! Oh my god. This question is gonna take us to...
Were you a happy child?
Are you asking me or am I asking you? You start, because you're the one who came up with this idea. Answer that.
I think I was a very happy child compared to whether I'm a happy adult.
That's a good one. Oh my god.
I was a very happy child. I had no complaints. Now that I think back, reflect back, and I'm very grateful for all the experiences that I had
growing up.
Yeah. Always there were certain, blockades to access to opportunities, to resources, like better education or like quality education, whatever. But however I get it, whatever I got it, that brought me to who I am today. I'm just like really grateful.
For those who don't know, she grew up in Nepal, so that's what she means.
Now, T, what made your first impression of me change over time?
Who? That's a very good one. So when I first met you, again, we'll go back to the story of how we met. She posted a beautiful white bed and a dresser, and I needed that because I was just moving to a new place and I wanted to get it, and that's how we started talking. But in my mind, I thought you were just someone who's selling furnitures. That's it. We're gonna talk and that's it. But when we met the first time, you told me about the podcast. I also have a podcast of my own. So... And when we started, you were a little bit shy. I don't know if it's just me, but like my impression of you, you were a little bit reserved. And me, I'm not. I don't think I'm reserved in any way. So I was like, this is going to be hard to connect to this person. And I can see that we like the same things. I can see the things you have in common, but I'm not going to push you. But with time, I realized it's that Vancouver thing that you talked about. But you personally, you're not reserved. You're like an open book, which I love.
Aw, thank you.
So yeah, your impression, my first impression of you were like a reserved, shy person, but it changed over time because you're not.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, I think I was that time.
You were, right?
Like, yeah, I was just coming out of pandemic. I was like, I'm not sure if this is a good idea, if I should, reach out to a total stranger who's just asking for furniture for a podcast.
Go for it. Always a go for it. You never know.
But I'm super glad we connected.
Right?
Yeah.
Look at what it birthed, and that's because you're not reserved. If you had all those thoughts, like, how is she gonna think of me? We wouldn't be here right now.
Exactly.
Yeah. So thank you.
All right. Next question. I'm just gonna take that.
What's the best way to start your day?
Coffee. it never starts without a coffee.
Really?
You see, I don't
You're
know, I'm addicted to coffee already because I don't function. I don't think without having coffee at first.
Yeah, we all are.
Yeah.
But me, I think coffee is psychological because I'm not like a heavy coffee drinker.
Mm-hmm.
But I always need the smell of it. It could be in cappuccino. It could be in a
latte.
It could be a shot of espresso. It could be in a latte. As long as I can smell coffee, I'm good.
Yeah. No, that's the same for me. If I don't have coffee, it doesn't have to be like 12 ounce. Just a cup, a sip is enough.
Of it. That's a good one.
Coffee.
Okay, let's move to
level 3.
No, this is not level 3. These are do you want the questions? So these are what I called bonus questions. Can you just pick one?
Okay.
That question I still can answer it. The question asks, why is it called a building when it's already built? I really want people who are listening to answer that because I still can answer that, I know it's a grammar question, but building comes from the present continuous tense of things being building. And it's already built, it's done, but we still call it a building.
English is a weird language.
Can you answer that? What's your thought on that?
This is a very good question. Because grammatically, English-wise, and we all know English is our second language here, it doesn't make sense. it totally doesn't make sense, but
maybe, you know what I thought? One of my friends was playing and was like, I think it's because even if it's already done building, there's always things to do for building. If it's a condo, there's always maintenance. You know how people pay for maintenance fees? There's always something to do, even if it's already built.
Mm-hmm. No, that makes sense.
And I'm like, I don't think that's what they meant, but
okay,
maybe.
Here's my logic.
Okay.
Because English is an ever-evolving language, they couldn't come up with a better name. Instead of...
They need creatives.
Yeah. And they were not creative at that point where building was just starting, I guess. And they just put, okay, let's just keep it a building.
I know. There's a lot of words that don't make sense. Like, who came up with the word condominium? Have you ever Googled that? Like, what does that mean? The word itself, like, what language is that? It's such a weird word. Of all the names, you have to call it condominium.
Yeah, I mean, I told you, like, English is a weird language.
Okay, so how do you call a building in your language?
We don't have the concept of building.
As to, I don't think there's anything around the word for that. Yeah,
we have homes, we have apartments, we have malls.
Do you have a name for apartment in your language?
No.
Exactly.
We just have homes.
Yeah.
Like we call homes
house.
God.
Yeah. What?
God.
God?
God. It's just like GHAR.
Yeah.
And that's it. And
yeah.
Most of the commercial high rises and buildings, they don't have a Nepali name. They just have English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you've been asked, yeah.
This is, I told you, these words are just, for America. North America. Moving on, okay. Level 3. Let's go to level 3.
Ooh, I love this one.
What are you grateful for? Lately, there haven't been many things to be grateful for, honestly. I've been questioning a lot about the purpose of life, what it means for me to living.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly, I'm grateful for my existence here, the opportunity that I have, even right now and right here, where I have this ability to speak with you in a studio. In a studio.
For those who can see us, we're in a very fancy studio with the mics.
The sophistication
and lights.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm grateful for that too.
Just to be able to have all these experiences.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, because we live in a capitalistic society, I also question. I wouldn't say I'm not grateful for. I would ask for, but I just wished things could have been better
or different.
And I always wished there were things that I deserve more and strive for more.
Yeah.
But things are coming, and I have to humble myself. Coming back to where I came from, where I was born, and where I'm here today. It has been a journey, but if I compare myself to a rock, I'm better off. But if I compare myself to a diamond, I'm just like, no, I'm a nobody.
My friend was like, I want to be a tree. I don't think it's so hard. Can I be a tree?
No, I think about that too. I feel like I want to be a stone in my life. Like, I don't want to be bothered. Just stay in a place.
And I was like, a tree though, they come and cut trees so it wouldn't live long. It's like, okay, I'll be a thorn, you know that? So that I can pinch whoever is trying to get close. Now you want to be a stone?
Honestly, I don't want to be bothered by anybody at this point. It's like, as mature you are, and I'm sure we can relate on this, we had to grow up too fast.
Oh, too fast.
Too fast compared to the age that we are right now. And it's just like, I don't want to be bothered. Please, if it does not relate to my inner happiness, or it doesn't serve me to my benefit, I'm not going to bother. It's not my business. And
it's really not.
Maybe it sounds selfish to some people, but that's the breaking point for me. I cannot, because I only have limited energy, and
energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah. How about yourself?
What I'm grateful for?
Yeah.
You know, when people say that Vancouver has been a hard experience, I hate to say it, but I can relate to it. Vancouver has been a blessing to me. I don't know if I'm comparing it maybe with the other cities, but like from the day I've only been here for a year and a half, and I feel like it's aligning with my goals. Maybe because I came with a specific goal. As I told you, I wanted to focus on my business. I did. It's out. It's probably not where I want it to be, but it's already out. For me, that's a huge deal because this was a dream. It was a thing in my head that I couldn't put out because it's a long process to get to where it is right now. So I'm grateful for that. Second, I have made friends. And if I say friends, I don't mean shallow, superficial friends. I have met people that I know that they deeply care about me. The kind of people, if I'm sick, I'll tell my mom to call them, you know? For me, that's huge because these are people, a few years back, I didn't even know they exist. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I'm grateful for that. And third, as I said, my new job is a blessing. And even where I live, like, people complain about finding housing or rent affordable. Oh, yeah. I can. I have a community of church, and I don't know if you're religious, but for me, spirituality is a big part of who I am. And it was hard to actually find a church that you can connect to. Because church institutions have rules that sometimes I'm like, I cannot. But these are, I don't know. I guess that's what I'm grateful for. And I'm grateful for my brother, and the wife just had a kid, a very cute, super yummy child. Aww. I love him so much. So I saw him 2 weeks ago. I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, are they in Vancouver?
No, they're in Edmonton. So I had to go all the way to Edmonton to see him. So yeah, like
there are a lot of things to be grateful for. I should learn something from you.
I mean, life is always up and down, as you said. Mm-hmm. Today I will be grateful for so much. Tomorrow I'll be like, I can't find anything that's making me fulfilled right now. Mm-hmm. It's life. It's up and down. Mm-hmm. But in this specific moment, not to brag, I'm grateful.
Okay, sounds good, right?
Next question.
Next question.
But you know what? Before we forget that part, I feel like I can see what I'm grateful for because I take a minute of gratitude almost every morning. And that's something I should suggest everyone to do because it bumps your energy levels, your mood, the way you see life. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think that also helped me.
Okay. I should do that when I make my coffee.
Yeah, in that moment that you're making your coffee, just sit down, look where you are. Even if it's that bed, remember how you wanted to get rid of that bed and create, like, just look at that space, be like, oh, that thing is gone. Thank God I found someone to take it. You know what I mean? That's it's practicing gratitude. I feel like it did help my mood levels a lot and my mental health in general.
Right, okay. I don't usually do that. I only do that when I go to temples. Or like
and how long have you been without going to temples?
A long time. Long time.
So now it makes sense.
I consider myself spiritual, not so necessarily religious.
Yes.
Like I don't bound myself by certain rules and regulations. Mm-hmm. But I certainly believe that there's a higher power, and we can connect to them through means of best behaviors.
Best behaviors, just being good people. Yeah. I'm pretty sure there'll be a question about religion in these cards. I'm not sure we can play everything because there's a lot of cards on the table.
Okay.
This is for you, okay? And I'm glad you picked this card because it kind of matches with what we're talking about, okay? So describe a day in your life that you were really happy. It has sub-questions. That's just the first question. And then we'll get to the next one. It's 3 questions in one.
Describe a day when I was really happy.
Yes. And with these cards, you have to be honest. If you feel like you can be honest, you could be like, pass, next question. Because the whole goal is being yourself.
Right, okay.
I can talk about, okay, so it says, describe a day in your life where you were really happy. It can be a real day that actually happened, or an imaginary day that you wish would happen.
Okay. Wow, I can't recall when I was back so much happy.
Okay, is there a day that you wish would happen that would actually make you happy?
I have to use my good imagination now. Certainly, yeah. Everybody wishes for happy days.
Yes.
Yeah. For
What
me,
does that look like?
I wish I have a chance in my life where I can travel freely, like really, like not having to worry about with money and finances and budgeting and stuff. Like anywhere, any place, doesn't matter. I just wish there would be a day where I just can do things that I like, eat what I like, and just travel freely. That would be my happiest day. I haven't done that in a long time, so it just feels like so distant.
Yeah.
But coming back to who I am, I think I'm a free soul, and I would like to. I would like to stay that way.
Yeah, you're a free spirit, and it's good. A lot of people are not.
Yeah.
Travel freely.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a very good point.
I just get excited about airports and
really
flights. Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice. We should plan a trip together one time.
Definitely.
How about we
should.
work on that goal? Because that's we can achieve that. There'll be restrictions here and there, but like it's an achievable goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll help you with that.
Thank you.
I'm glad I know. See, I'll never forget that. So this is the thing about this card. There's always, you're gonna go home with one thing that stuck with you from the other person, you know? So yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
2022? Yeah.
Let's travel.
Let's travel. Okay, so, well, we can pick it. I think
It's your turn.
Let's go to level 1. I just don't wanna... What does he say?
What would the young you not believe about the life you're living today?
Weird enough.
Young you. Describe young you first.
Young you is the younger version of me. And if I say young in my dictionary, it's under 18.
How was that like?
That was... it's following the question, were you a happy child? Remember that question? Yeah, but I'm a middle child in my family, so I've always felt like my needs were not met as a middle child. I always felt like everybody focused on my brother and my little sisters, you know? So the young you was striving for, I don't know, recognition. I've always been a smart child in academics, but I remember this day very well when I was in high school, and I just didn't want to perform well. Like, I knew the answers to all the questions. I was in an exam, but I'm like, I'm not going to put the right answers, because even if I succeed, nobody tells me congratulations, that kind of thing. That was the child me. That was the young me. So, Mama, don't be disappointed if you hear this.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I was and I think that created the rebellious child in my teenage years, because but this question, what the young me would not believe about the life I'm living now, I think the young me wouldn't even think that I would be in Canada, in a country far away from home. I mean, in a city far away from the people I love, and that I can actually make it, because I've always been dependent in a way to, I don't know, my family, my friends, but I moved to a city where I don't know any single soul, and I made it. So,
and you're happy.
The young me would not believe that.
Yeah.
There
you go, girl. I
would
mean, you're
always
achieving your goals. You're doing things that you like. That's
Oh, and the young me would not believe that I'm single by 30.
Oopsie.
The young me always wanted to get married at 25? I think everybody told me, you should be married by this age. I had a deadline.
Oh my god, me too. You know what? I thought I would be married and have kids and have a house by the age of 25.
I think everybody, most women.
It's just that the idea was ingrained in me since the beginning, like, of what I thought a happy life is.
But you know what? I think I'm grateful. that I wasn't married at the timeline that I thought I would be, because I didn't know anything about marriage.
Yeah.
I feel like I had no idea. For me, it was the fairy tale from the movies that we watch, from the books that we read. So I would have been highly disappointed.
Yeah, and I still don't know what a marriage is.
Exactly. It's so hard.
I still don't know what a
It's so
relationship is. Figuring it out one by one.
Like, yeah, and things have evolved with years, with time. It's another topic for another story, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of questioning about what you think and how you define it, and then how you stick to it.
I still believe in marriage, though. I just believe in healthy marriages. Yeah, we don't see to the bullshit of unhealthy marriage anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways.
You're still learning.
Yeah, I'm still like thinking.
You're still questioning.
Yeah, I'm still questioning the existence of everything.
Do you think you want a child?
I do.
Do you want to be a mother?
I think I want to. I want to be a mother. I want to be a good wife. I want to be, I don't know, a good daughter-in-law.
What does a good wife?
I think it just comes ingrained in me from how I was raised.
Yes.
Because there are expectations from the family, from the community, from the society in general, that you behave in a way that pleases them. I'm a people pleaser. I like to make sure that people around me are happy with me, and I am in my best behaviors whenever I'm around them. But at the same time, I'm also a free soul. Like you said, I can be rebellious, and it coming back to questioning, like, where do I balance that out? Yeah. Where do I become Sujata and become a wife? Where I become a Sujata and be a good mother, and where I can be a Sujata and can be a good daughter-in-law and a good member of a society.
Yeah.
Because right now the society has evolved in ways that we cannot fathom. Right. We're very traditional and conservative and reserved, and now that we have moved to North America, in a Western society where everything is about choice, your individual rights, it's very my way or highway kind of thing. And but you come from a collectivist society, you just like think about everyone first, them before me.
It's a big switch.
And hear me before you. And like, where do you find the right chords to hit the right music? And
I know. I love that metaphor.
Right. It's always about that. And the young me was always like, oh, okay, I will have a boyfriend, I'll get married, and I'll have home. And because back home, it's building a home and having a family is not a big deal. Just do it when you're 18.
Yeah.
Just come down.
And you feel like it's not even your responsibility. As a woman, you just have to follow the man's lead, and you don't have to contribute much apart from maybe taking care of the household chores. But now with the evolvement, you have to help. You have to be a partner. You're no longer just a follower, I guess.
Yeah, and I have realized that liberty and that independence comes with responsibilities.
Oh yeah, it does. It does.
I can have the freedom, but I don't have to take any responsibilities. And I'm like, well, honey,
you do.
You have to do both.
Yes.